Hey guys, this is JTollison. I'm responding to case study 4.3 and this is video 1. I think this is an ethical dilemma and I'm responding with the ethics of care. There are two main ideas that I would like to discuss that relate to this case study. The first is as it relates to attention and discipline within the ethics of care, and the second is with empathy and compassion. And those two ideas are often opposing ideas and therefore are difficult to implement, but I think this is where the principal finds herself, trying to implement attention and discipline where it needs to happen within the school system and the structure within the classroom, and then also to compassionately respond to the family as well as the teacher. From the standpoint of attention and discipline, I think it's important that the principal looks at all parts in this dilemma. From the start, the administrative assistant, Delta, approached the principal with very unhelpful language, stating something to the effect that the kid had brought trouble with him. I don't think that's appropriate, and I think that the administrative assistant should describe the situation in a more helpful way. It also speaks to the attitude of the administrative assistant, which may need to be addressed. The teacher's lack of attention to the class during the activity and lack of monitoring of conversations and that sort of thing is definitely something to be addressed. The teacher's lack of perception in grouping students is important to address in this situation. And all of these things don't have to be addressed within the meeting with the family, but need to be addressed via one-on-one with the principal or professional learning in some capacity. I think that another point is how the teacher blamed or pointed blame to Jeremy when that had nothing to do with the situation that the family was bringing to her attention. I think that the teacher should take responsibility, which leads us into the second point of empathy and compassion. The teacher and the administrator really, the first thing is to apologize. I don't think that was part of the conversation with the parents or with the father, and I think apologizing for the way the class was held and the way that activity was ran would go a long way with the family, and it would set a positive tone, even though the situation is hard. I think that the expressing understanding for how the teacher may have had difficulty with the topic, that would be something that the principal could say, and maybe show compassion to the teacher, but also assure the father that we're going to do everything we can to prevent this from happening again. Another thing that the administrator could do to show compassion would be to look at changing how that lesson is implemented or facilitated, and possibly get feedback from the father. So I think those are important points to consider from the ethics of care. I look forward to you guys' posts.